Right, haul time. I hope the sound's okay. I've turned the ventilator on because I thought we are probably going to be here for a while. I've got 3 massive bags sitting down here that just about fitted in the panniers of my motorcycle, and yeah, I think this should be quite interesting. But let's see what we got. I'm going to start with a apparently sealed box of brick walls, sandbag and barricades. Oh, it has been opened. I haven't looked inside yet. It looks like it's got a tank, some tank parts, maybe an unbuilt tank, a few wooden things and a few screws, and a tiny bit of wall, which I can probably use for, that looks like something to use for terrain. The box might be quite handy there, so I'm going to keep this around because there's a lot of parts going around. So yeah, this haul, shout out to Liam, who sold me this. We sort of haggled a little bit as we were obviously interacting. I've got him down quite a bit on price. And it's sort of like mostly my argument was, which I think is fair, sort of like, look, you know, there's lots of things here, and some of the things I'm certain are worth some money, but obviously the big question is it all complete? Like, especially the bigger models, which is what I'm going to try and find out as well. We've got these A5 rule books, quite cute. I haven't actually ever seen them before. Not in great condition. I'm going to probably flatten them out and then, you know, maybe shift for a few quid. You know, paper Warhammer stuff usually doesn't go for that much. This is quite cool. On sprue, I don't even know what they're called in English. Detonation plates. So that's the first sort of thing, and then we're going to go straight into the boxes. So this one here is a battle wagon. I have not looked whether it's complete. So some of the stuff has been taken off the sprues, but it looks like all the sprues are there. There's definitely all the parts here. Yeah, there's bigger parts here as well. That is the battle wagon as well. It's difficult. Yeah, I think that builds the tower. I'm gonna have to see whether that's all true, and I think there is a battle wagon. The actual wagon, I think, is started to be built. Just going to see if I can find that. That's definitely a nice set. Boxes in okay nick as they look like that. So that's the first bit. We're going to run out of space on the desk really quick. I'll try to get some space sorted, but yeah, I'm under no illusion. Then next we have, this is really nice, Chaos Terminator Lord. Box has been opened. I'm just getting this screw out of the way as well. Box has been opened. Manual is there. Looks like it's started to have been built. Yeah, this is, I think the same set is still around. I recognize this. Base bit. Yeah, the mantle. This builds, yeah, either the Chaos Lord in Terminator armor or the Chaos Sorcerer in Terminator armor. This is the Sorcerer head, confirmed. So that is the same mold, but pretty cool that the instructions are there, and it looks like all the sprues and all the parts are there, and it's all in the old box. So these now come in a new box, so that's really nice. I might even utilize that, because again, I don't think there's much value in trying to sell this, because it's I don't know, maybe people like the old box. As usual, I can't get it back in, but yeah, that is definitely a complete set. Nice. Oh yeah, I can't get it back in because I have to put the sprues in first. I don't think this has been out of production very long in this sort of box. I think because the sprues are still virtually the same, I believe, if not completely identical. And so all that's changed is just the manual and the box it's delivered in. I can ever get this back in. I'm just going to leave it here now for the time being. Then I think this is probably one of the highlights. This is a box of Tank Busters. From the weight I can tell that these are metal. And it looks like they have not been touched yet. I'll have a look. I don't think these internal boxes are sealed. And yeah, they are not been cleaned. They are Tank Busters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 metal squigs as well, which is nice. And then arms, side weapons, some rockets. I'm just going to check whether this actually builds 5. So this is one complete one. They're together. There is one with a 200 thing. This is a 100 thing. Yeah, he's got his thing. He's complete. This guy needs a head, which is this one, and one hand, which we're just going to assume is arm. Yeah, I'll probably be this one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is complete. That is a really nice find. New inbox. Tank Busters. The box as well is in decent nick. Obviously bits of wear and tear, but overall this is a really nice find. That should definitely make a bit of money back. Gonna put this back in properly. There you go. Really nice find. Then last of the first pack is a box of looters and burners. This appears to be, yeah, a plastic kit. Box in okay nick. Some stuff has been taken off the sprues, I can see already. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 burner backpacks, 1, 2 legs, 1 torso. Oh, there's a few weapons here with a bit of glue on it. And 1 base. Well, I'll see if we can find some more components of that. There's just some heads flying around as well, and see if we can complete that. That's going to be the challenge for this find. Is I'm going to come to this last. Is the pile of things that are just lying around in a big sort of. I ended up just pouring it all into one box, but yeah, again, nice find. Right, moving on to which one's the bad one, because there is a bad one. Let's do this one. The second bag. Now here we've got start of things, like bigger things. An Ork truck. I mean, these are all painted according to a 12-year-old. This, I believe, is from the terrain bits from the Battle of Macrack, the Aquila fighter. We have a massive chainsaw weapon for a big stomper, I believe it's called. And again, a massive gun. I'm just going to take a second to take this off. Alright, and then we start with Orks. I believe this is actually this might be the one where all the models have been poured in. I'll check in a minute if it's too much things. Ork with chopper and a landmine. This is a sprue. There's tons of sprues with like half a dozen things, and I'm not sure like what these are. So I'm going to have to spend some effort in finding out what these sprues belong to, because some of these are almost complete. I have like a few things off them, And they could just be extra parts, but this could be, there's like a hatch, so this could be some sort of vehicle sprue, also which indication by the bigger box. A random Termagant, because why not? Again, vehicle parts, this is going to be where it gets tricky. This is a transfer sheet, which appears to be a Chaos Space Marine transfer sheet. A really old one, really neat. Definitely have a use for that. Now this, wow, this is a Necron Lord. He's a metal. He's had the bottom bit chopped off, but he's got the green thing and an orb. That's a really nice find. I haven't looked at any of the miniatures actually. This is a damaged infantryman. Now this is a Tyranid warrior, which is weird because he's got half a heavy venom cannon arm and one talon. Funny enough though, these talons are getting more and more difficult to find, so that's a neat find, and the war itself is actually quite an easy fix, and I can definitely do that in my recycled Tyranid army. So he's going to go in there. Now, here we have a hatch and broken off things. Again, that is for a vehicle. Could be for, I think this might be sitting on the truck here. Possibly, I don't know. Vehicle parts, a massive rocket. We appear to have a Space Marine with a flamer. That's really nice. That again I can use in my recycling for one of my armies. This is a Cadian. Looks like a spotter for a heavy weapons team. I mean, these are just going to keep coming. I'm going to try and do the sprues and the bigger things first. I'm just getting these models out of the way so I can actually get the sprues out. Space Marine with jump pack, completely golden. I'm going to try and sort of sort these by faction as well. Now this is a Deathcopter, and it looks like two halves of a Deathcopter. I can't see from the sprues whether it's complete or not, but it's just another thing. This thing here I believe is, oh yeah, it actually says something here. No, it doesn't tell me what sprue it is, but I suspect this might be from the big Stomper thing as well. I mean, this is just endless. Yeah, this just goes on. This is some rocket thing for orcs. I have no idea. Again, this is gonna be where a lot of the work is going to go in. This might be more from the Deathcopters. Again, more orc bodies. Looks like, I got to be honest, I have no idea. Orc sprues. Another one of these decorative elements, the big ones. And it looks like, oh, we have, hold on, stand by. This is an orc with a big shooter, I want to say. It's a metal model on a square base, which is weird, but that is a nice find. Again, nice little metal orc. Another half Deathcopter. I think I've seen another half falling off just now. Yep, so that should possibly build another Deathcopter. This is the body of a battle wagon, I believe. So that can go there. I think I've seen some of the wheels as well, so we're going to check that later and see if that's complete. Fences from the fences set. Yeah, I mean, as I said, some of it I just poured into the bag, and this almost empty. Some bigger sprue as well, and without even appreciating what's there. This is another piece of this, I think, Battle of Macrack terrain. I can go to this pile, and I mean, this just keeps going on. This is a Cadian autocannon team. I think that's where the spotter goes that we had earlier. Another one of these terrain pieces. I'm not particularly interested. I find them all right, but it's not like something that I'm really looking out for. but I'm sure as a set together they will go quite nicely. Now these terrain pieces, I don't know what they're coming from, but I think there is a terrain set somewhere as well. I think most of these we have together. Now this is a really beaten up devilfish, I want to say, Tau thing. It's missing the drones, it's got the gun in the front, it's got the two of the missiles, and it's got the hatch. It doesn't have a fly base, but there's no damage to the fly base thing, so yeah, I think that's quite an easy do up. Very nice. You can park someone at the back to make it look like they're just deploying. It's going to be a long video. Right, we keep going. Big orc part. We're gonna in a second get a box out and get all the big orc things into one. Now this is a Drukhari Raider. I mean, it looks like it's several parts broken off. Hasn't got a front weapon. I think it's meant to have a sail or something. I'll see if we can find any more Drukhari thing. The guy told me, by the way, that they basically used to go to the store and then basically buy whatever looked interesting. Which is why this, like, the factions are all over the place. This terrain bit as well. Again, this sort of temple goes into that thing. And I'm already running out of space, but we're just gonna have to deal with that now. Some rocket. Don't know where this belongs to. Another piece. This is the cocktail pit. I think this is the fourth and final piece of these. There's this rotating thing. I don't know what it is. Don't even know which faction. This, I believe, is another gun for the big guy. This is a throw-in of an old ECW wrist belt, which I found amusing. He asked me if I wanted it, and I found it quite cute, so I thought, oh, I might as well take it. This is a Baneblade bit, I believe. We'll come to the Baneblade in a second. Now we have some Genestealers, new sculpt. 1, 2, 3. They look mostly unbroken, interestingly. Normally they're quite prone to breaking. 3, 4 Genestealers. I think I've seen like a handful. Orcs, Orc Boy, these are plastic. Tyranid Warrior, Ultramarine, more Ultramarines. I've got a Space Empire over here. Orcs, another Termagant. I'm just fishing out models by the handful. Another Genestealer. Another Orc. Yeah, these are definitely Space Orcs. They got guns. Another Golden Space Marine. A Chaos Warrior for some reason. Now these are the ones where you got to be like a bit careful. There's like half-built Orcs, and the reason I'm being mindful is because they may well be part of like crews for the vehicles, which I'm keen on keeping together. There's another Guardman. There's another Space Marine. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on just pouring through what's in the back here. Orcs. Yeah, amazingly, all these Genestealers look intact, which, considering like how some of this stuff looks, is actually quite incredible. Half an Orc. There's a Skaven here. I believe these wheels go to the battle wagon, so I'm just going to put them there. And yeah, like some broken off bits and pieces that I'm just going to put in one pile, like half weapons, broken off weapons. It's a Tyranid Neuronode pile. I think some people use these for like objective stuff as well. Yeah, fair few tactical marines. Yeah, like Orc doors, broken off pieces, Orc weapons, another Skaven. Oh, and there's an old metal 1996 Chaos Space Marine with plasma gun. Nice find. A few more Guardsmen, a few more Skaven. sort them out and put them all into one pile, and then yeah, these are all just little bits. That was it for the second bag. I'm just gonna put the little bits into the first box. Right, and now this is another, I think this is the wild one. This might be the wild one, because we have a Baneblade. It's, the paint job is actually alright, it doesn't look too botched. The cannon is not glued on, which is nice. It's missing a lot of tracks. We're going to see if we can complete that. Sponson, it's got even got the Cadia print on here. Yeah, it's missing the tops. I think I've seen have I seen a Cadian gunner already? No, this is going to be, that's going to be the big one, because obviously that's like easy 50, 60 quid. If people, this is the bit to make a bit of money back, and the other bit to make a bit of money back is obviously this bad boy here. It's completely in pieces, but this is the big orc. I'm going to call it Big Stomper. I don't know. I don't know whether that's his real name or not. I'm going to see if I can find another box or bag, just with all the parts that I believe belong to him in there. Lots of parts for him. There we are. You can go down here. And now the final bag. I don't know if the microphone's picking this up, but yeah, it's full. It's full of miniatures. And this box, so I find Skaven Plague Monks. Literally don't even know what they are. It also looks like there might be more in there than, oh no, actually. This looks like it is still all on screw. I'm not going to pull this out because I can't put it out there. The box is a bit beaten up, but this might actually be a nice sale or keep as well. If they're on sprue. Unfortunately not sealed, but still a pretty nice find. This was like the last thing to have been bought. And I've said it 3 times now, but there's no space left on my desk. I'm just going to leave the area here. Actually, I can make a bit of room, because these big things, these big guns, I know belong to the big stompy thing, so they can go in that box. And now we go. Right. We have this ogre giant. I don't know. Probably like an old world / Warhammer Fantasy model. It looks like a little bit is broken off here. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to find the picture of the model and see what it is. Right, this is a good find. This appears to be a track for the Baneblade. There are walls and fences here, which again I think came from the walls and fences box. They will make really easy, really nice terrain. I don't know how many there are in the box. I can figure out. I've got a sealed box, I think, on the shelf in the other room. This is most likely the head for the big guy. Now this is actually, there's so many models in here, it's actually heavy, which is grotesque, but this is good. This is a good reference because it appears to be a complete Deathcopter. And now I'm just gonna, I mean, I don't even know where to start, so I can just, almost broken off Termagants. There's another one of these Chaos Warriors, unfortunately without the backpack, but with a normal weapon. This is an Orc Boss, very nice find. Gene Stealers. I mean, this is going to go on for a while now. More big parts. Another piece of fence. Space Marine assault bike with the antenna. Amazing, that's still on there. So pull them out in little bits. Orcs. This looks like a burner boy. Interesting. Orc pieces. Again, I'm going to pile the pieces onto one pile. Something heavy, metally down here, but I can't grab it just yet. Another Cadian, I believe. A random lizard man. Unfortunately damaged. Yeah, I'm just like picking them out. Probably a Cadian squat in here. Orc boys, orc boys. I think there's some special. This could be a knob. A Necron could be a lord. I don't know. See if we can find the rest. A Necron warrior, the old one with the gluey sticks. Another metal model with no head, no arms. No idea. Again, we go back to hands full. Termagant, Cadian, half an orc, complete orc. Put the half orc on the damage pile. More fences. Orcs. This looks like a Cadian with a flamer and no head. Cadian, flamer, and head and no arm. Space Marine. I think this is a scout with a rocket launcher. A Tyranid Spore Mine. Another Gene Stealer. Weirdly, that the Gene Stealers are the new sculpt. I thought that at this time, like all the other models, are from a period when I would have expected this to be the old sculpts. But what do I know? There's still metal in there. I can still feel the metal. Space Marine with rocket launcher. I think they must have opened like a box of clan rats, like a basic Skavens, because they're all in here. This is another vehicle part. I don't know where it belongs to. It's just going to go in one pile. And then bases, spore mines, a Raven Guard Space Marine. That's new. Orc bits and pieces. Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare puzzling together the. I have no idea where this goes or what it is. Some sort of skull thing. Another piece of fence. Oh, it just gets grainier and grainier. There is an old. This is an Eldar jet bike, really beaten up. Space Marines, Skaven. We've got a Terminator. The orcs appear to be the most complete. Termagant. Yeah, all the orcs are actually in decent nick. It's the other stuff that's quite a bit more beaten up. Oh, there is a metal Gretchen with a wrench. That will go into sunset. There are some Chaos backpacks here. Yeah, all that stuff's just going to have to go onto the to sort pile. Tyranid thing, that would make a nice terrain addition. I think from the colour scheme this belongs to the truck. I think this might be the side wall for the truck. Paths, another Cadian, another wheel. I'm going to put it with the battle wagon. I don't know whether it actually belongs to that. It looks slightly different. Now this is an old, this is a really old metal Terminator with a power sword and a bolter. Yeah, it looks like, I mean the sword's a bit bent, but it's in really decent nick. That's what, one of the things that was weighing down the back. There is a Space Marine captain by the looks of it, with a really weird backpack. I haven't seen those. Boys, some sort of vehicle crew, another burner boy, Skaven. This is the rocket launcher for that scout. And again, more pieces. Oh, we're nearing the end now, but there's still metal to come. Oh yeah, oh, this is nice. This is a Chaos banner that goes to that model with, from the colour, I'd say that goes to the metal model. Here we go, that I have no idea what it is. I think the fence and walls are complete. They are big rockets. I'm going to put this down there with the stomper thing. And Space Marines just keep coming. Termagants just keep coming. Skaven, the neural node. We're approaching like the last handful. Obviously it's getting quite small and bitty now. Space Marine, some vehicle parts. I think this is from the terrain set as well. And yeah, I think there's like 20 Skaven there must be in here. Vehicle parts. This feels like a metal claw. Oh yeah, this might actually again belong to this model. I need to find out what that model is. So yeah, bits and pieces here. And these are the last final bits and pieces. Right, quick stock. What do we have other than Chaos? No more parts for the Tau bit, for the Tau tank, but again, I'm not worried about that, and there might be a sprue flying around somewhere. We've got a bunch of spore mines, 2 spore mines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 would be annoying, I'd quite like 10, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 8 Gene Stealers, these terrainy bits for the Tyranids. A Tyranid Warrior with the nice weapons, which is sweet. I'm just going to try and figure out another box. There we are, really useful box, going to be really useful again. 200 bits. We've got a Cadian team that is almost complete. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Cadians and 11 Cadians and a special weapons team. We just need a few more arms and bits. We've got this sorry Lizardman Warrior. This truck, which I think we can complete with the parts that are flying about. Just as looking around sort of as I speak, where these things might go. I mean, it's definitely from the color, I would say that it's definitely going here. Yeah, and I found where it hangs on to. And again, this bit almost certainly in some way, shape or form belongs here. Yeah, I think like that. So yeah, that will make a truck. We've got a bunch of Space Marines. 1 bike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 20 Space Marine, I'd say, more or less complete. All of them will need paint stripping. They'll be filling up the ranks nicely. We've got these 2 Chaos Warriors, and I think I've seen some Chaos backpacks in there as well. Yeah, here's one. And I imagine these would have had plastic backpacks, so if I can find another one, that'd be sweet. We've got this nice Terminator. He's missing like a shoulder bit. I think he's meant to have something, either the banner or the missile launcher. But yeah, that's a nice bit of metal. this Eldar jetpack, which I can probably throw out. I mean, it looks like it's been like painted with, I don't know, God knows what. I'll paint strip it. I'll see if it's an easy recovery, then I'll recover it. Just because it's a jet bike, so maybe I'll convert it into a Farsi or something. I've got this Ogre. I don't know who he is. That's going to be pretty much evening project, looking him up. This metal model here. We've got this really cool band. It's bound to be identifiable what this is. And this hand definitely belongs to him as well, but I don't think that model is complete. Might actually, there might be a clue here. On the old models, they'll tell you on the base what they are. Chaos Warlord. There we go. So maybe if it's an easy set to complete, then I'll just get the pieces I'm missing. But other than that, he's going to go and be sold as parts. We appear to have a complete fence set painted. That can go into one pack. We, I think, have enough to build 3 Death Copters. We've got Necron Warrior, this incomplete Necron model, and this, what appears to be a complete Necron Lord made out of metal. That's nice. That should probably fetch maybe a tenner. Unfortunately, I don't think we've managed to completely get the Baneblade things sorted. I didn't find many more tracks, but that's a project to be looking at. If not, it'll make a nice terrain piece, or I'll just sell it for spares on eBay. Yeah, these temple terrain pieces are really nice. There we are. They are sweet. They will sell quite easy, I imagine. And obviously the Battle for Macragge terrain set should sell quite easily. This is an easy restore project. I'm going to be selling that cheap because it looks like it's complete other than the drones and well, maybe a few of the missiles. Oh, and like 2 bits missing up here. But that's an easy fix for someone who's got who's bought another one of them. There should be options. Yeah, Chaos Warriors again. Fences said that won't be big money because that's just been reproduced. A year ago, this would have been big money. A pile of Skaven and bits. This Drukhari Raider is going to go spares, I believe. I'm just going to put it on eBay for a few quid. And yeah, spruce. Let's see how many Termagants we got. If there's a complete set of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have 10 Termagants. That's nice. They're going to be upcycled. They're going to be joining my Tyranid army. And yeah, then Orcs. This Chaos. This must have been a model of the month or something. Tyranid. And then Orcs. I'm just going to call it. I mean, there's a boss. There's a few burner boys. I reckon about 20. And yeah, this really nice Orc with a big shooter. So yeah, I'm just going to pack this up. See what I can price up. See if I can build the battle wagon. And then, yeah, hopefully it looks like, just very quickly, it looks like all the wheels are there. So this battle wagon is, appears to be complete. There you go, all the wheels are on now. And yeah, that should make for a nice restoration project.